Red Bull has been in incredible form, winning the last 11 races and having a car that is 2/10 quicker than other cars on its worst day. However, the constructors and drivers' potential champions are still struggling as their second driver Sergio Perez has failed in qualifying in the last 6 races. Repeated Q1 exits mean there is a lot to do for him in the race, resulting in major underperformances for the team. Luckily for Red Bull, Max Verstappen has been in incredible form and can lead both drivers' and constructors' championships, but Red Bull realizes this will not always work. Whenever other teams catch on with driver pairing as good as Lando and Oscar at McLaren or Lewis and George at Mercedes, every point will matter, and therefore reports suggest that Red Bull wants to go shopping for a second competitive driver. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel for more quality F1 content. Interestingly, they had one of the most highly rated drivers in their ranks in the form of Daniel Ricciardo, who drove the RB19 for the first time at Silverstone tyre test, and F1 reporter Laurence Barretto has reported the following. Sources say Ricciardo was impressive in today's Pirelli tyre test with Red Bull, his first drive in 2023 machinery, and that his best lap would have been good enough for the front row of the grid in Sunday's British Grand Prix. Despite this, Red Bull have loaned Ricciardo out to AlphaTauri for the rest of the season. We believe a deal has been made between Red Bull and Daniel Ricciardo that he will be given a say at Red Bull if he performs well in the AlphaTauri. However, in other news, Red Bull has reportedly reached out to the 2 leading drivers of other teams as well. Surprisingly, they had reached the Monegasque racing driver, currently racing in Formula 1 for Scuderia Ferrari, Charles Leclerc. Charles was the biggest contender for Red Bull in the 2022 season as Ferrari and Red Bull had the best cars on the grid, and Red Bull understand that Charles is currently struggling with Scuderia after their massive strategy errors throughout the season. They have attempted to offer a long-term contract to see if Charles is willing to part ways with Ferrari as his contract is expected to expire at the end of 2024. Could we see a pairing of Max and Charles, and who would be the main driver? A headache Red Bull seems to be okay with. Another driver that they have attempted to lure in has been Lando Norris, who has consistently outshined his car throughout his career. Marco Helmut rates Lando Norris very highly as he stated. Lando has a contract with McLaren until 2025. But he is by far the best of the younger drivers. He added that there had already been intensive talks between Verstappen's team and Norris management. With his youthful character, he would also be the best fit for Red Bull, and it's no secret that Max and he are good friends. But will McLaren let go of their lead driver? They have invested a lot of time in Lando, and we have already seen that McLaren themselves have poached Oscar Piastri from Alpine, so they understand that it is quite possible for Lando to want to switch if they don't provide a winning car. Fortunately, British GP 2023 showed encouraging signs for Lando and McLaren, and hence Lando might just be off the table for Red Bull, for now. Who do you think will join Max Verstappen at Red Bull? Daniel Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda, Charles Leclerc, or a wild card pick? Share your opinion in the comments below.